There's a reason elite soldiers around the world move differently. They're not training for looks. They're training for survival. Every push-up, every jump, every pull, and every step is designed to prepare them for the hardest moments imaginable, when their body wants to quit, but the mission demands otherwise. While most people train for aesthetics, soldiers train for endurance. They build muscles that don't just look powerful, they are powerful. They condition their minds to stay calm under chaos and their bodies to move with precision under fatigue. And today, we're breaking down the only 4 military-tested exercises that create this level of strength and resilience. No machines, no excuses, just your body, gravity, and an unbreakable will. Before we begin, take a second to comment below. Tell us your name and where you're watching from. We'd love to know which part of the world our next generation of warriors comes from. Let's begin. Exercise 1. The military push-up. Strength in its purest form. Simple, brutal, legendary. If there's one movement that defines military conditioning, it's the push-up. No other exercise has stood the test of time quite like it. From the first day of boot camp to advanced special forces programs, the push-up remains the universal test of upper body strength, stability, and endurance. But here's the truth. Most people think they can do push-ups until they try to do them the military way. In combat training, push-ups aren't just a chest workout. They're a full-body stability challenge. You're not only pressing your weight up and down, you're teaching your core, hips, and shoulders to stay perfectly aligned under tension. Each repetition builds your chest, triceps, shoulders, abs, and even your glutes. More importantly, it trains your mind to maintain focus under stress, a trait the military values more than muscle. How to perform it correctly. 1. Start in a plank position, hands slightly wider than shoulder width. 2. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. No sagging hips, no raised butt. 3. Lower your chest to the ground slowly until it nearly touches. 4. Push explosively back up while exhaling through tight lips. 5. Keep your core firm throughout every second of the movement. Avoid these mistakes, dropping your hips, which strains your lower back. Letting your elbows flare out too far from your body, not going low enough. Rushing through reps with poor form. Training recommendation. Perform 4 sets of 20-30 reps if you can. If that's too much, start with 3 sets of 10-15, resting 45 to 60 seconds between rounds. To increase difficulty, elevate your feet on a bench or wear a weighted vest. Push-ups don't just build your upper body, they build discipline. Because every rep forces you to fight your body's desire to quit long before your strength runs out. Exercise 2. The burpee, the soldier's endurance weapon. If you ask any drill sergeant what the most hated yet effective bodyweight exercise is, the answer will come fast. The burpee. It's the move that turns an average person into an endurance machine. Burpees combine multiple movement patterns, squats, planks, push-ups, and jumps, into one continuous sequence. And there's no rest between steps. You go down, up, explode, land, repeat, over and over. Each rep floods your muscles with lactic acid, spikes your heart rate, and tests the very core of your resilience. It's no wonder soldiers use burpees to simulate battlefield intensity. The movement mimics dropping to the ground for cover and springing back up. Fast, powerful, and explosive. Why it works? Burpees recruit almost every major muscle group in your body. Your chest, triceps, and shoulders fire during the push-up. Your quads, hamstrings, and glutes drive the squat and jump. Your core locks in to maintain stability. It's strength and cardio, fused into one relentless movement. Here's the proper form. 1. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart. 2. Drop into a squat, placing your hands on the floor. 3. Kick your feet back into a plank position. 4. Do 1 clean push-up. 5. Jump your feet forward again under your hands. 6. Explode upward, jumping as high as you can. 7. Land softly and flow straight into the next rep. Common errors. Letting your hips sag in the plank position. Skipping the push-up or jump to make it easier. landing stiff with locked knees, holding your breath instead of breathing rhythmically. Training recommendation: beginners, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Intermediate, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Advanced, 4 to 5 sets of 20 reps or perform for time. 60 seconds per round. Rest 45-90 seconds between sets. Burpees train more than your body. They train your will. When you can perform 50 burpees in a row without giving up, your body transforms, but your mindset changes even more. Exercise 3, the combat lunge. Balance, power, and mobility. If you've ever seen soldiers sprint, crawl, and rise repeatedly while carrying gear, you'll notice one thing. Every movement relies on one leg supporting the body at a time. That's why lunges, especially their military-style variation, are essential. The combat lunge is a unilateral movement that builds power, balance, and coordination. It strengthens the quads, hamstrings, and glutes while improving ankle and knee stability, all critical for fast direction changes and explosive movements in rough terrain. Unlike a regular squat, lunges challenge your balance constantly, and that's the secret. They build control that transfers into every real-world task, whether you're sprinting uphill or jumping over an obstacle. How to perform it properly. 1. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. 2. Step forward with your right leg, lowering your body until both knees form 90 degrees angles. 3. Keep your front knee aligned with your ankle, not past your toes. 4. Push through your heel to return to the starting position. 5. Switch legs and repeat. To make it military grade, hold a backpack or sandbag on your shoulders. Perform walking lunges instead of stationary ones. Or add a jump at the top of each rep for explosive power. Common mistakes: leaning your torso too far forward, letting your front knee collapse inward, taking steps that are too short or too long, losing balance by rushing the movement. Training plan: perform 3 to 4 sets of 10-12 reps per leg, resting 60 seconds between sets. If you want to build endurance, perform walking lunges for 20-30 meters non-stop. Lunges don't just make your legs stronger, they make them smarter. They teach every muscle fiber to work in harmony, something no machine can replicate. And in the real world, whether you're carrying gear, climbing stairs, or running uphill, that kind of control is what keeps you moving when others slow down. Exercise 4. The pull-up, the purest test of strength. No excuses, no shortcuts, no hiding. Either you can lift your body or you can't. That's why the pull-up has been used for decades by elite soldiers, Marines, and tactical units as a test of real strength. When everything else fails, this one movement shows the truth. Pull-ups develop your back, shoulders, arms, and grip. But their secret lies in what they demand from your mind. The first few reps test your muscles. The last few test your determination. And unlike gym machines, pull-ups train your muscles in their natural role, pulling the body upward against gravity, a primal movement humans have relied on for survival since ancient times. How to perform it. 1. Grab a bar with an overhand grip, slightly wider than your shoulders. 2. Hang freely with straight arms and shoulders relaxed. 3. Engage your core and pull yourself up until your chin clears the bar. 4. Pause briefly at the top, feeling the squeeze in your back. 5. Lower yourself slowly until your arms are fully extended. Common errors: using momentum or kipping to cheat the rep. Not going all the way down between reps. Shrugging your shoulders instead of retracting your scapula. Holding your breath during the lift. Training guideline: do 4 sets of as many clean reps as possible, resting 90-120 seconds between sets. If you can't perform a full pull-up yet, use an elastic band for support. Try negative pull-ups, lowering slowly, or perform inverted rows to build strength progressively. Once you master 10-12 strict pull-ups, start adding resistance with a weighted vest or backpack. Pull-ups are more than an exercise. They're a statement. They say, "I can lift myself." And that, in both fitness and life, is the ultimate form of strength. The Soldier's Code: building strength that lasts. These 4 exercises, push-ups, burpees, lunges, and pull-ups, may look simple, but together, they form a complete blueprint for military-grade strength and endurance. They train every major muscle group. They build stability, coordination, and cardiovascular resilience. And most importantly, they train your mind to perform under stress. Because in the end, real strength isn't about size or appearance. It's about reliability, being the person who still moves when everyone else is gasping for air. Start slow. Focus on form. Stay consistent. You'll soon notice not just stronger muscles, but sharper focus, better posture, and a deeper sense of discipline. Because once you train like a soldier, you stop working out just for looks. You start training to be ready for life itself. Thanks for watching. If this video motivated you, drop a comment below and tell us which of these 4 exercises you're adding to your next workout. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a real challenge. Stay sharp, stay strong. And remember, strength isn't built in comfort. It's built in the fight.